Okay, I think I'm live. Um, Pretty confident in my abilities at the second 7:27 p.m. because I've just started on my third cup of coffee here. So, without further ado, let's go to uh, this image here. Just wanted to come on here and do a quick update on the progression of Hurricane Hilary here on the west coast, and we have this persistent upper level low pressure here that's been the driving force of this entire hurricane. And let's see here. So this is going to be. Oh, shut up! It's the dogs. Uh, so this is what's going to be driving this system up the coast. Come on, stupid. All right. So let me try to enhance this a little bit here. All right, so that's not giving me anything there. Okay, so this will be a little bit better here. You know, it was my fault because I let him out. I just fed him, so I can't. Whoops. All right, so this is coming from ABC 10. While I pull up some maps. So this is the flood watch. This is going to be a huge rain event for most of Southern California. Um, really, really Southern California. You might see some flooding up into parts of Arizona, um, Los Angeles, flash flooding. And that's the system right here. So it's still quite a ways away from any of the U.S. mainland, but it's already starting to bring some of these outer band rains associated with this system here. And if you look over here to the left of the screen here, you see that swirl there. That's that upper level low that's driving this system north here. But you can already see this storm starting to weaken. So um, I just did that. trying to get down here. Okay, this will work. All right, so let's stop this here. All right, so this is the basic key messages. This has been updated. It came on earlier this morning. It did a little bit of an update on this here. Uh, but this is 3 p.m. They'll update this again here. Uh, so we have, I don't know if anybody can see this, but preparations for flooding impact should be completed as soon as possible. Heavy rainfall will begin well in advance of the center. In the southwest United States, a potentially historic amount of rainfall is expected to cause flash urban and arroyo flooding, including landslides, mudslides, and debris flows. So, this is a huge rain event, but at the same time, they're going to probably get uh, at least a few months worth of rain in a very short period of time. So that causes all kinds of problems. But this, like I said, this is a rare event. This very rarely happens on the Pacific Coast like this. So I don't know how much data they have in here when it comes to this stuff here. So I think they're kind of just winging it. But it's definitely going to be, a huge rain event. So this is the radar. This is out of uh, San Joaquin Valley in California. And this is some of the radar. I don't know if all of this stuff is related to the storm or not, but this is the radar coming out of. You can see some embedded thunderstorms here, but this is going to be persistent for the next couple of days. This is definitely going to start moving north. Um, and as the storm center unravels from, a major hurricane to a smaller hurricane to a tropical storm, this is going to become part of the problem because you never know where that stuff is going to set up. So, and I would not be surprised to see some tornadoes form here, especially on the east side, going into tomorrow. So let's back out of here. But this from that's the Hanford radar, flash flood warning, tropical storm warning, hurricane local statement. Let's check that. This is advisory number 14. I'm about ready to smash my computer into small little tiny pieces. So Hurricane Hilary local statement advisory number 14 by the National Weather Service. Tropical storm warnings for all of Los Angeles County, as well as the mountains, valleys, and foothills. See, that's a problem for this area here. It's not just flatland. You're talking about mountains and valleys and foothills, so they're going to get it first. Tropical storm warning is in effect for all of Los Angeles County, as well as the mountains, valleys, foothills. Storm information. Oh my God, my computer just sucks right now. About 710 miles southeast of Avalon, California. About 750 miles southeast of Los Angeles Airport. So it's still quite a ways away. These are the. Am I sharing this? Probably not. Yes, I am. Storm intensity 110 miles an hour, so that's down. Okay, so I mean, you can read a situation overview. Hurricane Hilary will weaken to a tropical storm as it approaches Southern California. Oh my fucking God, this computer is just not good right now. Flooding rain. Small streams, creeks, canals, arroyos, and normally dry washes may become dangerous rivers, destructive runoff. I mean, they have to put this stuff up because, like I said, this is something that they've never seen before out there from this type of a system. So um, I would definitely watch out for flooding rains. There's no doubt in my mind that they're going to get that. Um, all right, so let's get out of there because that's really just not working for me tonight. And we will go right here. Okay, so this was done 5 hours ago. So I'll share this. I apologize, my cursor's not working very good at all right now. So I love my computer, but it got wet a few months ago, and I haven't replaced it yet. So it never came back to normal. I'm lucky it's even working, to be honest with you. But I love this computer, and I'm one of those types of people that I'll stick with it as long as I possibly can until uh, I absolutely positively have to do something. So this is coming from KTVU Fox out of San Francisco, and this was done, like I said, 5 hours ago. So this is the latest
eyes
from them.
on the Pacific right now, off the coast of Baja. As you can see, it's a Cat 4 storm right now. That's Hurricane Hilary, and it's working its way up the Baja Peninsula, and eventually, sometime tomorrow afternoon, will hit.
So this water here to the left is much cooler than anything down in here because of this low pressure system that's swirling up above this screen here. And that's the basically driving force of this whole system. Basically, like a magnet, it's uh, pulling the system up to southern California. So once it starts getting up into these waters here, it's going to dramatically decrease in intensity. Um, these systems need a ton of warm water to ignite these systems and keep them going. But again, also to the wind shear here from this system here is going to blow these cloud tops off. So
Hit landfall near the
it's not going to be a Category 4 storm when it hits. Most likely it'll be, I don't know, a minimal hurricane at best, but more than likely more like a tropical storm.
Los Angeles, San Diego area, and then work its way up through Arizona, Nevada, and the works. And we're going to feel it here as well. Good to have you here on a Saturday and what has been a busy weather month or year, really. Yeah.
Hello, Jinx. How are you? Whiskey Myers, much. How are you, kiddo?
Say.
I'm Frank Malika.
Good morning. I'm James Torres. Let's bring in Rosemary Roscoe here. Rosemary, folks in Mexico are already starting to feel what Hilary's bringing in.
Yeah, and I think for Southern California, San Diego, Los Angeles, showers starting tonight and then becoming steady during the overnight hours. As you said, Frank, expected to make landfall tomorrow and then work its way into Southern California. Here's a look at what we do expect here at home for today. Very similar to yesterday, but we are going to be a little bit warmer, starting out with the clouds, the patchy drizzle this morning, and temperatures for the afternoon for our warmer locations into the mid-90s. I'll have a better look at today, the forecast for tomorrow with that added moisture and cloud cover, residuals of Hilary coming our way as well. More on that, plus the rest of the state coming up.
Rosemary, thank you. The communities in Southern California are preparing for the heavy rain and the flash flooding that could come with Hurricane Hilary, and that landfall expected to be here later this weekend.
Fox weather meteorologist Craig Herrera joins us live from San Diego for a closer look at the forecast as well as what residents are doing now in Southern California to prepare for this monster storm. Good morning.
Good morning to you both. Great to be with you, James and Frank. And we've been talking about the storm preps down here in San Diego. They were getting sandbags ready. They still have sandbags. You want to call a fire department if you are in the area or have family members down here who need to prep for that. Also, making sure the batteries are charged. You've got water, food, medications, pet food, anything that you might need for potential power outages. Flooding is going to be a main concern with this, and the National Hurricane Center tagging this as catastrophic with life-threatening flooding likely over Baja California, Mexico, and southwestern portion of the United States. We even have some of the tropical storm force winds that will be making it this far. We could be dealing with wind gusts here in San Diego of 40 to 50 miles per hour, which would be a concern for some of the power outages. And then you talk about people back here getting back to school. San Diego Unified is supposed to start on Monday. That's still a question, as well as San Diego State also expected to start school on Monday. Also a question. Right now it's the calm before the storm behind me, but the storm clouds are starting to move in. We've even got a very thin marine layer near the coast, but that will change. Rainfall totals here expected to be 3 to 5 inches of rain, especially from the East County to the coast, a little less closer to the coast. Over to the east side of the mountains, you're expecting anywhere from 6 to 8, maybe even a foot of rain in the higher elevations. You take that into portions of course, the Coachella Valley and into the Inland Empire, it's going to be a major concern for flooding.
Yeah, and Craig, let's talk about what, let's put some of these numbers into a little more context. When you say 3 to 5 inches of rain in areas that don't really get rainfall like that all in one place, I mean, it sounds like that usually amounts.
Yeah, 3 to 5 inches of rain in a very short period of time can cause a lot of damage, especially over dry land.
For maybe a year's worth of rain all in a weekend.
In some cases, yeah, a year or even more than that. When you think about San Diego, they get 1/100th of an inch of rain in the month of August. Los Angeles gets 0 in the month of August. So you talked about this year, you talked about the historic amount of atmospheric rivers we had in and around California, at least 31, the amount of snow that we had. And now we're talking about Hilary making the headlines more so than the East Coast, which is what we're used to in the Atlantic Basin. It's the Pacific Coast that's making the headlines with this storm, as we'll watch the rain pick up this afternoon. Also watching, James and Frank, for the chance of maybe a few isolated tornadoes in places like Imperial County with some of the thunderstorms that'll be coming through. So also prepping for lightning and some twisting thunderstorms.
And Crick, I'm curious, since folks down there aren't used to, hurricane type storms, tropical storms coming their way, are they taking this seriously? I'm sure the government is down there in the local communities, but how about the people?
Yeah. Flying in yesterday and talking to some people, I think a lot of people are a little easy right now. They're thinking, all right, I'm not going to the beach and I'll see what this does. But I think as far as preps, you've got one more day to do it. So please make those preps that you need to now, especially portions of the East.
Main thing you can help yourself out with is make sure everything is charged. Cell phones, computers, things you need charged. Plenty of water. You need water. If you have a generator, get that generator gassed up, because that'll be life-saving when it comes to, like I said earlier today, the biggest underrated thing is power. If you lose power for a long period of time and it's really hot, you're not going to have an air conditioner running. So probably a good idea to get a generator.
Please shut the gate.
They were just out. They were just out.
And not that they're going nuts and I need to put
Okay.
County, places like El Cajon, Lakeside. These are the places that are likely to see more in the way of heavy rain. Places like Vista and Escondido, same story for them. So it's an area, especially on the east side of the county, where you've got desert-like conditions. And you all know Coachella Valley and how dry it is, and how those riverbeds just fill up quickly. So this is going to be an area that water coming towards you like a wall could get to you in a matter of moments. So it may not be flooding where you are, but upstream, some of the thunderstorms may be producing some flooding coming your direction. It's going to be tough to go. Last time we had a tropical system hit was 1939, you'll recall. That was also the same year they released Gone with the Wind, and let's not forget The Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz, yeah.
So amazing, right?
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Okay, I just wanted to come on and give an update on this system here. Oops. So there's the system there. This is the flash flooding potential here. Sunday morning. Let me present that. So the main flash flooding risk is going to be right in this general vicinity here. San Diego, Los Angeles, Bakersfield. But they also have the days, day 1 through Sunday morning. And these are the updates. You can find this all on the National Weather Service. But it's important to plan ahead of this stuff here. But nobody ever takes these things seriously, unfortunately. So, but day 2, it's just going to continually, gradually get worse, and then it's going to get better. So, but I would not be, like I said, I would not be surprised. And on the very eastern side of this storm, well away from the center, you might see some minimal tornadoes pop up here, and even a minimal tornado can be a problem. And then Tuesday morning, most of the rain is going to be out of the general vicinity of Southern California and moving up into the Utah, Nevada area, and then up more north from that. So, all right, so that's the end of this horrible live. I apologize for all the inconveniences that I ran through, but I just wanted to give an update on the storm. So, everybody have a good night.